So this video is going to be about magnesium. It's one of the biggest minerals that our body actually utilizes, and one of the biggest ones that we actually don't think about or think to ever even get checked by a doctor or physician or any medical professional, because we don't really know anything on the deficiencies of magnesium. We don't really care to, because you don't hear about magnesium a lot. You hear about potassium, vitamin B12, vitamin C, vitamin D. You hear about all these different vitamins and minerals, but you don't usually hear about magnesium, because it's a forgotten mineral. It's a mineral that, like I said, a lot of people don't think about, that they're deficient in, or if they are deficient, they don't really care to possibly get it checked out. So that's pretty much the basis of this video. Me myself, I've been taking magnesium for, I'd say, about 3-4 months now, and the benefits that I would say from taking it myself is, like, whenever I go to the gym, before I would be taking it, I would have real bad joint pain. My legs, like I would do leg day, and like my legs would always hurt, my knees would always be killing me, and I always just thought it was just how my bones were set up, genetics maybe. I thought it was just something that I couldn't get away from, but it actually wasn't like that. A lot of people just need magnesium to bring their bone density up, because a lot of times it's just calcium that's in our bones that's just depositing there, that's depositing like bone spurs and just calcium deposits and things like that, making it so your bones don't have a lot of density to them. They're not very strong. They're not very strong at all. They're actually brittle, because you have a lot of calcium in them and you don't have enough magnesium to dissolve that calcium. So kind of just some facts about magnesium. The soil of minerals and vitamins that farmers actually plant crops in is actually depleted of minerals and vitamins. They don't actually remineralize the soil after they plant the crops, pretty much meaning that anything that is made in that soil, potatoes, it doesn't matter what it is, it would not have all the vitamins and minerals that it should have, because the soil that that crop was planted in is depleted. So that's something that doesn't get talked about a lot either, that you can be vegan, eat a lot of greens, eat a lot, just a lot of healthy things pretty much, and still be depleted of things like magnesium or just different vitamins and minerals, pretty much because the soil of the things that you're eating are depleted of vitamins and minerals and nutrients. So what you're eating is depleted of the same vitamins, minerals, and nutrients. So your body is not kind of grabbing on to all the vitamins, nutrients that it should get, because that food that the soil came out of, it doesn't have it. It just doesn't have it what the soil 100 years ago actually had, because the farmers put a lot of chemicals in them. Monsanto's actually been sued about 1 million times for putting chemicals in the ground. They've lost about 1 million times. So just a lot of things that you kind of need to know about the food that you eat and the soil that the food comes from. Magnesium is in 6 of the 8 steps of the Krebs cycle to make energy, or ATP, in the body. So the Krebs cycle is pretty much a cycle for your body to make energy. That's the energy for you to get up, for you to think, for your nerves to work, for your muscles to contract, for pretty much a lot of things in your body to happen in the Krebs cycle. That's kind of what it is. And of the 8 out of 8 steps, 6 of them, magnesium is needed in them. So it's a very, very, very underappreciated mineral that we should be taking heed of, that we should be taking, I think be taken daily, because like I said, the soil of plants and crops that we eat is already depleted. So the powers that be, they kind of know that you're not getting enough of your vitamins and nutrients even through what you eat. You have to get them through supplementation of taking like magnesium, potassium, things like that pretty much. Magnesium supports the thyroid glands. Magnesium deficiencies would include, if you were to think that you were deficient in magnesium, fatigue, insomnia, muscle cramps. People that have restless leg syndrome, actually a lot of people say that magnesium is essential for that, because, like I said, of the calcium. It's big calcium deposits there that makes it so kind of the muscle is very contracted. It's not smooth and relaxed, so it's very hard to blood to flow through there whenever it's not smooth and relaxed. When the muscle is, that's what the magnesium does. It comes in and relaxes the muscle and dissolves the calcium kind of in the body and everything. Carrots have a perfect calcium to magnesium ratio. So if you have any carrots kind of in your house or going out to the grocery store, that's a great food to get. That's a perfect balance of calcium to magnesium. Magnesiums can have a laxative effect on your body if you do take over the daily amount of magnesium. So there are no real side effects of taking too much magnesium. It's just your body will flush out if it has too much of kind of anything, of any vitamin or mineral. If you have like too much, for say, if you take too much vitamin D, it's not like you're gonna get sick or anything. Your body is just kind of gonna flush it out. It's not gonna hold on to it because you have too much of it, and you can't have too much of anything in your body. It has to stay in balance and homeostasis of all the other vitamins and minerals in your body. Just a couple more just kind of facts. Magnesium helps any nerve or muscle problem. Magnesium detoxifies mercury that are in flu shots. Epsom salt baths are great for magnesium. Epsom salt baths I take myself all the time because I go to the gym a lot. So being sore a lot, you need your muscle to be relaxed. For the next day, you don't need to be after leg day. Your leg, you walking around and you can barely move your legs around whenever you're going to work or doing what you have to do kind of day to day. Just actually a fun fact. Magnesium in ocean water is 3 times the magnesium in regular water. So back in the day, whenever societies and civilizations lived closer to water, they were a lot healthier because of that, because the water had 3 times the magnesium kind of that the water that for say that here that we would drink does, that's not close to oceans and things like that. Another fun fact, doctors only test your serum magnesium levels. Pretty much this is where 1% of your body's total magnesium is. So if you were to go to your doctor and tell them, I want to get my magnesium level checked, so they're going to check it and they're going to tell you what your level is, if you're deficient or not, but they're only checking from 1% of your body's total magnesium, and they know that. So even doctors, are kind of going with the deception of not trying to tell you if you're deficient in magnesium, because they know how important that it is of you being deficient, how important it is that you need magnesium through so many different things. So, and if you actually want to get your magnesium level checked, there's actually a website that Dr. Carolyn Dean, who did a lot of work. She's actually a doctor who's been doing work on magnesium for about 15 plus years. She has clients, and if you actually Google search her name, she has a website where she sells magnesium. She has many different products and everything, and they're all like organic and use no GMOs and things like that. So the website, if you did want to check your magnesium level, it's $49, and it's actually called requestatest.com, and they'll kind of send you something to test it. I'm pretty sure you just send it back to them, and you can actually get your magnesium level checked. They actually check your RBC, your red blood cells. That's what they check, which is very more accurate than checking the serum magnesium, where only 1% of your body's total magnesium is. So it's a lot of things that the doctors are not telling you. I've seen things that people go to the doctors and ask about magnesium and the deficiencies and if they're deficient and just about it, and the doctors don't want to talk about it. And it's because they know that a lot of these like diabetes medicines and things that you take is just a magnesium deficiency, because magnesium deficiency is actually one of the signs of diabetes. that's actually one of the signs of diabetes, it being deficient in magnesium. So it's a lot of things that they want to keep kind of hidden so they can profit from it, so they can keep profiting on the business side of things, of you, not being healthy, you not knowing the truth of what you should be taking and what you should not be taking, pretty much. So this mineral is huge. It's very, very, very forgotten. A lot of people in today's world, we need to wake up and remember how much we need this mineral in our body. A mineral that is literally probably one of the most utilized minerals in our body. There's probably not a lot of minerals that are necessary for 700 to 800 enzyme systems in the body. That's different systems in your body that are functioning, doing different things that need magnesium. It's not that they maybe can function off, not having magnesium and function to 100% of their capacity. They need magnesium. So it's a mineral that everybody needs. 80 to 90% of us are deficient in it, but don't know it because, like I said, you go to your doctor, they only test where 1% of it is. So about 90% of the world is probably deficient and doesn't even know it. So it's something that you probably are deficient in it. If you're not taking some supplements for it, you probably are. Even if you, like I said, eat a very clean diet, you get a lot of dark greens and things, because those are very high in magnesium too. Dark leafy greens like spinach and things like that, kale, those are high in magnesium because of that dark leafy green color that they have to them. But the soil that those could be from could be depleted of minerals, because like I said, the farmers are not remineralizing the soil to put those back in to the crops and plants and things that come out of the soil. So it's just something to kind of look up. It's definitely something that if you're not supplementing magnesium, if you don't eat a lot of greens daily, if you don't eat a lot of carrots or things like that, you probably are deficient in magnesium, and you have one of the deficiency symptoms pretty much. So definitely just kind of look up the symptoms yourself. Kind of look up Dr. Carolyn Dean. She's written over 30 books on magnesium. Actually, a couple of them have sold over 1 million copies. So she's a very kind of world-renowned author. So she is, she's definitely backed by a lot of scientific evidence in her research on magnesium and how much we need it and how forgotten it is. So definitely do your research on it. This is just kind of a little bit on it. There's actually a lot more on magnesium, but I don't want this video to be too long. So it's Orlando. It's peace, love, positivity. I hope everybody has a very blessed day, and tune in to the next video. Like, comment, and subscribe. And peace.